This is the mood, perfect mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means Srimati Radhika is thinking now, Krishna Gopis monorathik. That means Gopis, they pull the chariot with the divine love, prema rushri, towards Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. This is the mood of perfect mood. And same, and again when Punar Ratha Jatra means when again chariot is coming back to Nilachal. And same mood also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is same mood. Because Vrindavan mood is the topmost. So now also we discuss these things. And Gopis, they very humble, pray to Krishna. Hey Krishna, please come in Vrindavan. Anehidaya manamor Vrindavan mane kori jani taha tomar padoddoy kara jodi udoy tabe tomar purna kripa mani. Krishnendra pratipanchamoy suddha hidayru Vrindavanam Krishna uday yoggata. Krishna, he manifests. One's heart is full of neat and clean, pavitra. Shuddha Hridaya. Shuddha Hridaya means
what is the meaning of pure heart? That heart that has no desire for karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya. Not even liberation. There is not even a desire for liberation. Spriha means the desire. So even the desire for liberation is not there. So if you have the desire for liberation, how possible bhakti manifests in your heart? If the heart of the jiva is not pure, then Shuddha Bhakti will not be able to appear in that person's heart. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, this verse explains. So in the heart of the gopis, they only desire to give happiness to Krishna always, each and every moment. So two things in bhakti, it's important. One, Krishnarti Akil Chesta Parayan, and Krishnarti Akil Bhogatyag. Means all our endeavors should be exclusively for the pleasure of Krishna.
Or simultaneously, everything avoid or destroy from our bigger mind. And
simultaneously, we should give up all the desires for sense gratification for the happiness of Krishna. Other abhilashas, other desires, we must give it up. So, Krishnarti Akil Chesta Parayan and Krishnarti Akil Bhogatyag. The gopis, they have this in their heart. They don't have another desire in their hearts, only to give happiness to Krishna. Whatever they do is to give happiness to Krishna. How to give happiness to Krishna always. Day and night, they are just thinking about this. Like this shloka explains. Last shloka of the Gopi Gita, the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita. The shloka explains. Krishna can even We don't want the Krishna feet to feel any kind of pain. Krishna's feet should not feel any pain. My own breasts are so hard, and they're afraid that Krishna will feel pain if he puts his feet on their chest, on their hard breasts. So they are afraid, they are suffering from this pain that Krishna might feel.
প্রাকৃত মানব সংকল্প বিকল্প আত্মক ধর্ম বিশিষ্ট হৃদয়কে মন বলিয়া জানেন। প্রাকৃত ভোগবুদ্ধি পরিত্যাগ করিয়া যাহারা কৃষ্ণ সেবা পর চিত্তকে আমি রাধা কৃষ্ণের বিহারস্থল বৃন্দাবন বলিয়া যান। প্রাকৃত ইন্দ্রিয় চেষ্টা রহিত মনকে বৃন্দাবনের সহ অভিন্ন বলিয়া জানি। মদে ভক্তি ধামস প্রভুপাদ
Sambhoga-iccha-mayi Prabhupada, in the commentary of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he is explaining
যে প্রাকৃত জগতের মন লোকের মনটা কি মন কাকে বলা হয়?
Okay, what is the mind? Mind is always thinking sankalpa vikalpa, like taking some decision, then again making another decision. This is good, this is bad. Like, how are you? Then you say, sometimes you say I'm okay, sometimes you say I'm not good. So the mind is like this. But the mind of the gopis,
কৃষ্ণের যে বিহার বিলাসভূমি সেটা হচ্ছে গোপীগণের হৃদয় মন।
the mind of the gopis is the pleasure place of Krishna.
অপরের মন মাত্র কি সংকল্প বিকলা সংকল্প
Other person's minds, they are only thinking many things like good and bad, make some decision, change decision. But here Srimati Radhika, or Mahaprabhu in the mode of Srimati Radhika, is saying, what he is saying? My mind is non-different from Vrindavan. There's no difference between my mind and Vrindavan. So if your heart is not neat and clean, Bhagavan will not appear in your heart. So that's why we must make our mind like Vrindavan.
সুন্দর স্বচ্ছ ভূমি রয়েছে চিন্তামণি প্রসন্ন কল্প বৃক্ষ লক্ষা বৃতেশ সুরভি রবি পালয়ন্ত লক্ষ্মী শত সহস্র সম্ভ্রম শিল্পমানম গোবিন্দম আদি পুরুষম তমম ভজন। তাই ব্রহ্ম সংহিতার মধ্যে কথাটা বলা হয়েছে।
The Brahma Samhita we see.
বৃন্দাবনের যে অপ্রাকৃত ভূমি,
Vrindavan is a transcendental land.
ভূমির মধুরিমা এখানে প্রকাশিত হয়েছে।
Sweetness land. All the houses in Vrindavan, they are all made of Chintamani, desire stone. And the trees in Vrindavan, they are Kalpa Vriksha, desire trees. Whatever you want, the tree will give you. They look like ordinary trees, but actually they are not. They are not ordinary trees. Even the cows there, they look like normal cows as well, but they are kamadenu. There are millions Lakshmis. They are very calm serving Vrindavan. Because the opportunity to serve Vrindavan, everybody is eager for the opportunity to serve Vrindavan. Who doesn't want to serve Vrindavan, right? So all those who are in Vrindavan, all the jivas, they only have one goal, to serve Krishna. Only that. This verse is very beautiful. So when you describe the glories of Vrindavan, this sloka is very important to do that. To describe the glories of Vrindavan. So even the grass of Vrindavan, they look like ordinary grass, but they are not. Even the creepers and herbs. Even the like scorpions. Like the scorpions here, they will sting us and we'll get like the poison of the scorpion can even kill us. But there, these scorpions, they are also there, snakes as well. Like a python, for example, cobra, like this, is also there. But this, they don't do harm actually. So what these animals are doing there, even like poisonous? Everyone loves Govinda so much, and they do only what is favorable for Krishna. They help Krishna's pastimes actually, nothing else. So there's snakes also there, but they don't actually bite. Just to make the lila, they will pretend they'll bite you. Not pretend, how to say, like a hiss, like a, I don't know English word, hissing, I think the English word. Like snake will make the sound as if it were to attack you, but won't attack. Shastra explains. So the dust of Vrindavan, no, sorry, even Uddhava and great demigods and Uddhava and great personalities, they're praying to be born as a herb or plant in Vrindavan. Even the Shrutis are searching also for this path. Even the Shrutis, they're performing austerities for 1,000 years, trying to get that. Even to be born as a grass in Vrindavan is such a matter of so much good fortune. Brahma is saying, it's not possible for me to be born in Vrindavan. It's not possible for me to be born in Vrindavan. So, if I'll be born in Gokul, Brahma is praying. In Gokul, if I'm born as a stone, a rock there. Where? In Gokul. You know, where the cleaners, sweepers of Gokul, the toilet sweepers of Gokul, that clean the house of the Vrajavasis. So some people who clean the toilets of the Vrajavasis, this kind of people house. At that time there was no attached bathroom or sanitary toilet. So they used to dig a hole and put 2 bamboos on top. Then you sit there and you make a number 2 in this hole on the floor, on the ground. So underneath they would put some like a pot of clay. So the stool was gathered there. So after 1 or 2 days, somebody would take that on the head and throw it far away. Now we have sanitary toilet and all this system, attached bathroom. These Western words, attached bathroom. Oh, really nice, huh? So Gurudeva is mentioning how these kind of toilets were called. In Navadvipa, where there was no, when there was no dharmashala, also had to stool like this, pass stool also like this. Like Westerners or some people, they don't even know what is this kind of bathroom, like this, like Gurudeva explained in the hole. They only know attached bathroom. But in Braj, they also had these kinds of bathrooms, just like I mentioned. Very simple, huh? So some people, they have to clean these bathrooms, right? So when this person cleans the bathroom, the latrine, comes back to his house in Vrindavan, he cleans his feet on a stone, like a rock, in front of his door. Just rubbing his feet to clean his feet. So Brahma is saying, if I will be born as the rock, this stone in Gokul, in the house of someone who cleans the latrines, my life will be successful. So to be born even as a grass, a rock, a stone in Vrindavan, is nothing ordinary. It's no ordinary things. Brahma and great demigods, they are praying for that. A very dear friend of Krishna, Uddhav, he says, what? So if I get 1 foot dust of one specific woman in Vrindavan, my life will be successful. Uddhav is praying. Means the foot dust of Srimati Radhika's lotus feet. Also Prabodhananda Saraswati also said, what? So in the Radha Sudanidhi, this verse is there. Brahma, Shuka, Narada, even great personalities. They are so eager to attain the feet of Krishna, and sometimes they attain the feet of Krishna, sometimes not. Sometimes Krishna manifests to them, sometimes not. The prayer explains, even Brahma sometimes cannot get Krishna his meditation. So he who is so rare for even Brahma and demigods, this Krishna, so rare for them to even receive one sprinkle of dust of Krishna. So to attain the dust of Srimati Radhika, oh, it is not possible for me. Prabodhananda Saraswati humbly, he is saying, so that direction which Srimati Radhika is standing, I just do pranam again and again to that direction. So that direction which Srimati Radhika is standing, I just do pranam to that direction. So beautiful, beautiful verses. What is the meaning? To be born in Vrindavan is not ordinary things. Everything, everyone is favorable for Krishna's pastimes. Even the trees, the creepers, the grass in Vrindavan, the snakes, the scorpions, the tiger, all of them. They are favorable for Krishna's pastimes. No one is unfavorable. Everyone is favorable. So if you are born as a snake there, then how can you serve Radha and Krishna? If you say, if I'm born as a snake, actually that's actually a really good fortune, because the snake is also serving Radha and Krishna there. How? I'll give an example. Once Radha and Krishna, they were meeting in the Sangam Sthali, means the middle of Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda is one middle place, the meeting place of Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda, joint place. So one side is Radha Kunda, another part is Shama Kunda. Have you been to Vrindavan? So in Vrindavan, we pray, we come to Radha Kunda, then we pray to Radha Kunda, then to Shama Kunda, that middle place. So Sangha Sthali is this meeting place, like between Radha and Krishna, Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda, this middle point. So Radha Govinda, they were performing transcendental pastimes and amorous pastimes there. They were embracing, kissing, performing many kinds of amorous pastimes. The banks of the Radha Kunda, the divine couple, transcendental divine pastimes going on. They were laughing, joking, and so the main thing of love is like this, making each other laugh, making each other laugh. Krishna is Dirlalita Nayak. So he's controlled by his beloved. He's nischintata, doesn't have any worries. So Krishna was meeting with Srimati Radhika and performing amorous pastimes very nicely. Then suddenly Srimati Radhika, she felt man, ahaituki man, causeless anger. There are many kinds of man, Shastra explains. One is hetu man, another ahaituki man, udatta man, lalita man. There are many kinds of man. Many kinds of man. So Srimati Radhika felt which kind of man? She felt ahaituki man, causeless man. Durjay man means unbreakable man. In Bengali we say man banjan lila, like means when Krishna comes and pacifies the man of Srimati Radhika, she's not angry with, like when Krishna makes her be okay with him, like pacifying the man, pacifying her anger. Many reasons why she becomes angry. So suddenly Krishna became angry, just suddenly. Then Krishna asked her, Radhe, why are you suddenly so angry with me? Why you're so angry, like suddenly?
What is my fault?
What is my fault? Tell me something. Srimati Radhika was just crying, incessantly crying. Her eyes looked like some blossomed flower and red. She was crying so much. Just crying. Krishna said, Radhe, tell me. She said, then she didn't say anything. She just left. Krishna's trying to get her to explain, but Srimati Radhika was angry. Like money, like upset with him, and she didn't say anything. Krishna tried, but her heart was so hard. Like Srimati Radhika, she just made her heart very hard. And then she didn't even look at his face, at Krishna's face. And Krishna had tried so much. Tell me, why are you angry with me? What happened? What is my fault? Tell me.
রাধারানী কিছু না বলে
Srimati Radhika didn't say anything.
কৃষ্ণকে ছেড়ে ওই রাধাকুণ্ডের অপর পারে গিয়ে বসেছে।
Then Srimati Radhika went to the other side of the Radhakunda.
ওই অপর পারে গিয়ে বসেছে, রাধাকুণ্ডের অপর পারে গিয়ে বসেছে।
She sat in the other side of the Radhakunda.
আর কৃষ্ণ অনেক মানবার চেষ্টা তো করলো, কিন্তু সব বিফল হলো।
Krishna tried to pacify her mind, but everything was useless.
মানবতী হয়ে
So Srimati Radhika was angry and she
যাচ্ছেন, জাবটি ফিরে যাচ্ছেন।
was going to Javart. She left Radhakunda.
রাধারানী চিন্তা করছে, কৃষ্ণ চিন্তা করছেন, হায় হায়।
Krishna was thinking, oh my,
আমার কি দোষ?
what is my fault? What have I done wrong? What was my mistake?
এগুলো হচ্ছে প্রেম রাজ্যের অত্যন্ত ঘনিষ্ঠ মাধুর্য, সেখানে বিষয়গুলো রয়েছে। লোকে বোঝানো যায় না, লোক বুঝবে না।
Normal people cannot understand the sweetness of the love. Actually, there's not even love in this material world.
চলো আগে কথা শোনাই।
Anyway,
এখন রাধারানী মান করে চলে
so Srimati Radhika
জাবটে ফিরে
left angry to Javart. Then Krishna played his flute.
হাতে যে বংশীটা থাকে কি জানো?
Why does Krishna holds the flute in his hands? Just to pacify or break the mind of the gopis, like to make them pacified from when they're angry. Or also to call the gopis, 2 reasons. Srimati Bhagavata explains. When Krishna plays the flute, so then the gopis, they left everything they're doing, they just come to Krishna. Krishna plays the flute to pacify the mind of Srimati Radhika. But Srimati Radhika doesn't want the sound of the flute to enter her ear. Then what does she do? She takes some cotton. No, there are some trees in Vrindavan. They also have this. They are kamatmika-bhakti, desire tree. So whatever you ask to the tree, give me some cotton. The tree will give you cotton. So whatever you want, the tree will give you. It's not like, for example, a mango tree will only give you mango in Vrindavan. No, they will give you anything. Do you understand? In this world, the mango tree will only give you mango, or a jackfruit tree will only give you jackfruit. But in Vrindavan, the trees are kamatmika-bhakti, desire tree. So Srimati Radhika wanted some cotton, right? Cotton. So she just rolled the cotton and she stuffed in her ears. Then the flute sound will not come in her ears.
তুমি যত বকাঝকা করো না কেন আমার তো কানের মধ্যে ঢুকছে না, আর যত মারো কেন পিঠে তো লাগছে না। কোথায় লাগছে? কুলো। এইজন্য বাংলায় কথা বলে না।
In Bengali they say, if you tell me my ears, I won't hear because I'm using cotton in my ear holes. And if you beat me, I won't feel because I'm using like something to protect my back, and you won't be able to hurt me. Some expression in Bengali they say. The same way Srimati Radhika had this cotton in her ear, so she wouldn't listen to the sound of the flute. So the flute failed, right? With the sound of the flute, Krishna calls the gopis generally. And actually the sound of the flute changed the nature of everything. So listening to the sound of the flute, all the nature of the animals and living beings in Vrindavan, they change. For example, those living beings who never move, they start moving, and those who don't, so those who don't move, they start moving, and those who move, they stop moving. Like the sound of the flute changed the nature of the living entity for a moment. Like those who are conscious, they become like unconscious, and those who are unconscious, they become like conscious. Those who are non-moving, they start to move. Those who move, they stop moving. So what is the condition of the rivers of Vrindavan when they hear the sound of Krishna's flute? Animals, birds, everyone eat. When they hear Krishna's flute, the nature change. Venugita explains. Anyway, so Srimati Radhika goes to Javat. The paths of Vrindavana, they're really narrow. In Vraja language, it's called Pagdandi. It's only one person can walk on that narrow path, because there are thorny bushes on both sides of the path. So very difficult to people to cross at the same time in that small path, narrow trail. So Srimati Radhika was going in that middle of that thorny jungle, in that narrow path, narrow trail.
Two shoulders of the road completely were covered with the kantar jhad royeche. Jabe dekhi kore Srimati Radhika cholche or
Srimati Radhika was walking, then Krishna was thinking, the sound of my flute was failed, like it didn't work out. Because the sound of the flute didn't enter Srimati Radhika's ear, that's why. Actually, Krishna's flute is like infallible weapon, because it's a very powerful weapon. Just like the ramban, you know, the weapon of the arrow of Ramacandra. Agastya Rishi gave a bow and a quiver. You know, the quiver, a place where you keep the arrows. Agastya Rishi gave this to Ram. And he only gave one arrow, and that arrow will never fail. Just like the missiles that they always, like missile bomb, they always reach the aim, the position they have to attain and explode. So ramban, the arrow of Ram, was also like this. Would always reach its like aim, and then again come back to the quiver. So a ramban is something that, like an arrow or something, just this comparison, something that will never go, never fail, infallible. So the arrow of Ram was, he only had one arrow in his quiver, because very quickly he was like this shooting, and the arrow would kill, will pierce the aim, the goal, and again very quickly come back to the quiver like this. So the sound of the flute is very powerful. The sound of the flute enter in the heart of the gopis through their ears, stole their hearts and came out. So Krishna had like this ramban, like this arrow of Ram, infallible. The sound clean, of the sound of the flute, clean. But this sound of the flute didn't enter the ear of Srimati Radhika, the gopis. So what happened? Even the ramban, which is an infallible weapon, like for example the flute, was completely failed. It didn't work out. Means the flute sound didn't work. Then Krishna was thinking what to do. How to pacify her man and everything. If I don't pacify her man, then tomorrow there will be no rasa. Or so if you love a woman, and if you don't call her, or like you don't like chase after her. Like, you know, you don't show you care, she'll delete your phone. She'll block your phone. She'll block you. Then when you try to call her, you won't be able to because you're blocked. I don't know exactly how this works. Because you're blocked. Isn't it? So you like a girl, but then she's angry, and if you don't try to solve that with her, she will maybe block you. So then you try to call her, but you cannot even do that because she completely blocked you. It's like a missed call. Now, how do you call? It's blocked. Yeah, blocked. So Krishna's sound of the flute was blocked. Srimati Radhika blocked Krishna. So Krishna, remember his Yoga-maya. So when even the sound of the flute fails, then Krishna, he remembers his Yoga-maya. The first sloka of the Rasa Leela, we see this. Krishna took shelter of Yoga-maya. Then he performed these pastimes. Do you understand? So Yoga-maya is like a servant, female servant, maid servant, right? And she's coming, folding the hands, saying, "Hey Govinda, what can I do for you? How can I serve you? Please tell me." Then Govinda says, "Yoga-maya, look, my dear Srimati Radhika has left, angry with me, with man, angry with me. So please, can you help me meet him, like meet her again or be with her again? Okay, make up with her." Then Yoga-maya says, "Krishna, if you give me Shakti, potency, I can do that." Because Yoga-maya is a maid servant. So the king will order his maid servant, and the maid servant will do according to the orders of the king. So when a guru gives an order to his disciple, he also is giving potency for the disciple to perform that order, to fulfill that order. The same way, that's why Yoga-maya was saying. So there's a beautiful Lila Kirtan explaining this. That Yoga-maya comes folding hands and says, "Hey Govinda, I am your servant, like female servant. You give me an order, in the same moment you also give me the potency to fulfill your orders." Then Bhagavan says, "Yes, that's it, I'll do that, like, so be it. Yes, Yoga-maya, I give you this potency that will be able to fulfill my desires." Getting the orders of Krishna, being ordered by him, then Yoga-maya appears in front of Srimati Radhika. How? Yoga-maya arranges this gigantic snake. Remember, I was telling about the snakes. But that snake is no one else. It's actually Yoga-maya herself. Like a gigantic python, giant python. And hissing, you know, like raising its hood, and with the tongue also. And two eyes of the snake look like iron balls, you know, hot iron balls. And with the tongue also, blah, 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 blah. Like moving the tongue. Srimati Radhika saw, she was so afraid. She was even shaking with fear. How can I go to Javat with the snake on my way? And the snake was so like quickly moving, Srimati Radhika was only seen like she saw this snake a little bit far, but in the middle of the way, like he's seeing, you know, the snake has two tongues, like the tongue in the middle divided, so the snake was moving the tongue, gag, 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 and like hissing and raising its hood. Srimati Radhika saw that she couldn't go right side on that side because it was all full of thorny bushes. There's only one way. No, when the snake raising its hoods, and Srimati Radhika was so afraid. Who will protect me? Then she forgot all her pride and all her anger. Or who can protect me in this solitary place and everything? Who will be able to protect me?
Krishna and
then Srimati Radhika called Krishna.
Govinda ki korlen? Ekhon Radharani Sri Ange Mastake hat diya.
Then Krishna
Ar ek hat diye ki korchen Govinda?
With one hand, Govinda told, hey, like putting like his hand in the direction of the snake, you can disappear because now what I wanted is accomplished. And with the other hand, Krishna was caressing Srimati Radhika's hair, like head, and in this way Radha and Krishna met. So, through a Sanskrit verse, Raghunath Das Goswami wrote this lila, but in the Bengali poets like Jadunanand Sarkar and others, Vidapati Chandidas, they wrote beautiful kirtans about these lilas. These very Rasik poets, they wrote beautiful Bengali verses of, like poems. This is called Lila Kirtan. Kirtan explaining the lilas. And they are all like gathered in a book also. Different poems are like collected, like anthology books with all these poems about the meetings of Govinda. So they look like unfavorable, but they are not unfavorable for Krishna's pastimes. They help the meeting of Radha and Krishna. Sometimes just to increase our love, they look like unfavorable, but they're not unfavorable. They look like unfavorable, but they're not. Like Raghunath Das Goswami explained also in the book. If I speak continuously, I can never stop. What can I say? So beautiful, beautiful kathas. So this is bhajan. You chant holy names and remember about these leelas. So Rupa Goswami said this is the essence of all advice, to chant the sweet holy names of Bhagavan. And while you do that, also remember the sweet pastimes at the same time. So you concentrate your mind and your tongue in this. With your tongue, you chant holy names, and with your minds, you remember all these beautiful, sweet pastimes of Krishna. Tishtam Braja also, you have to stay in Braj. Without staying in Braj, you will not be able to get these purtis, visions of these pastimes. So that's why you have to live in Braj. Srila Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, when I speak Harikatha in Calcutta is one thing, Calcutta. I speak about Srimati Radhika or Venugita, Bhagavad Katha in Calcutta. But if I speak in the same kathas but on the banks of Radha Kunda, it's so much different because there in the Radha Kunda I have this bhava udipan, this stimulation for these moods. This is the speciality of the Dham. Automatically you get so many stimulations, like you see Giriraj Govardhan, and then immediately you feel your heart stimulated.
आपने यदि वृंदावन जान अगर वृंदावन থেকে आगे जो जान गिरिराज गोवर्धन.
So if you go to Vrindavan, you have to go to Giriraj Govardhan. If you see Giriraj Govardhan, immediately this bhav will come in your heart.
যারা উত্তম মহাভাগবত রয়েছে যেখানে থাকুন তাদের সবকিছু তো হয়. তারপরে জন্ম থেকে না দেখতার মূর্তি.
Actually for Mahabhagavat, everywhere he sees only the Vrindavan.
কিন্তু যারা সাধক রয়েছে,
but for a sadhak,
উদ্দীপন হয়ে যায় তাদের.
So you feel so many stimulations if you go to Vrindavan. For a bhav sadhak. For a Siddha Mahatma, somebody who's already perfect, then it's different. But those who are sadhaka doing the process,
they are practicing how to attain their.
They are practicing how to attain the perfection goal. So when you go to Vrindavan, perform the Giriraj Parikrama, the Kunda Shama Kunda Parikrama, then naturally in your heart these udipanas, they come. Directly you see this place and they become so happy, oh so beautiful. So I have to do bhajan under the guidance of these Vrajavasis. So the Vaishnava Dharma is Anugatamayi bhajan. Have to do your spiritual life under the guidance. Bhajan is nothing like it's not the things. Bhajan is this. So you have to follow under the guidance of this Nityasiddha Brajavasis, not imitate the Nitya Parikaras, but to serve under their guidance. So we should never imitate Anukaran, never. We have to follow under the guidance, serve them under the guidance, Anusaran.
ये महाप्रभु निजे जो बोलते हैं अन्य हृदय मन मोर बन वृंदावन मने मने एक करी जानी ताहाते तुम्हारे पदद्वय कराओ यदि उदय तबे तुम्हारे पूर्ण कृपा माने. श्रीमती राधिका कत दीनहीन होकरे दीन हुए कृष्ण के बोलছে.
Srimati Radhika very humbly she's saying, hey Govinda,
कुरुक्षेत्र बा द्वारका छड़े वृंदावन ही चलो. Please,
let's go to Vrindavan. Leave this Kurukshetra and let's go to Vrindavan. Srimati Radhika is saying, oh my friend, I am the same Radha. And my Govinda is also the same. There's no difference. We are the same. And we are meeting now in Kurukshetra. The meeting we are having in Kurukshetra now. We are meeting here, but I'm not so happy here. I'm not happy. The happiness that I felt in Vrindavan. Why, my friend? Why? So this katha is very nice, very beautiful. Once, Srimati Radhika, she was with some friends, and the friends asked, hey Radhe, tell some, you just met Govinda, tell us about him, how is he, how is his beauty, and how is he? And then Srimati Radhika said, look, my friend, I haven't ever seen Krishna actually, never. But oh my friend, if you have seen Krishna, then please you tell me about him. I haven't even seen Krishna. What can I say? Then the friend said, crazy, you have just met Krishna.
বৈষ্ণব ভাষায় বলা হয়েছে সসংবদ্ধ দশা যাবৎ আসরবৃত্তি আর সসংবদ্ধ দশা
So in the Vaishnava language explains swasam vedadasha and javat asharevrit. Swa means your own,
মানে সম্মুখ রূপে বেদ মানে অনুভব
veda means your realization,
অপরের কাছে কোনো রূপে শব্দের দ্বারা প্রকাশ করা যায় না,
something that cannot be explained in words.
বরফটা কি ঠান্ডা,
For example, the ice is cold.
জানো যায় যে বরফটা ঠান্ডা, বরফটাকে হাতে নিলে তখন অনুভব হয়,
But you know how to ease the cold of the fire of the ice if you haven't touched the ice. So actually when you hold a piece of ice cube, it looks like even you feel like it's like burning. So in the beginning you feel cold if you hold a piece ice cube, but after 2-4 minutes you feel like your hand is burning. So there's fire inside the ice? How is it possible? So it's like the opposite. Prema is also like that. Prema is like cold like ice or hot like fire. It's very difficult to explain this in words. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. So it's very difficult to explain to someone about prem. Like we say love, love, love in our like we're speaking about it. I love you, love, love, but actually there's no prema in this world. There's no love in this world. So what to explain about prem? Prema is something that is swasam vedadasha. Only you can realize yourself, cannot tell about this to anyone, cannot explain it. That's what Srimati Radhika said, I have never even seen Krishna. Like Atma Vismriti, you forget your own self. Shastra explains Atma Vismriti, you forget like your own self, cannot even explain. Srimati Radhika says, my friend, if you have seen my dear Govinda, so please you describe to me his beauty. Our Vaishnavas explain that if it's not possible to describe Krishna's beauty,
Are sadaya sakari bhingarupa dhari charane nupurodam. যে কৃষ্ণের যে অপরূপ কি করে বর্ণন করা যাবে?
So if you describe Krishna's beauty, what is this peacock feather Krishna wears on his head?
মুকুট ধারণ করেছেন, সেই ময়ূর মুকুটের কি সৌন্দর্য কি করে বর্ণন করা যাবে?
Who can explain how beautiful is this peacock feather on his head?
গোবিন্দের হাতে যে বংশী, বংশী তো সকলেই নেয়, ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে, সখাগুলো বংশী নিয়ে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, কিন্তু গোবিন্দের হাতে যে বংশী,
like okay, flute is something normal, but when Krishna holds like flute, the flute Krishna has, the flute that steals gopis' minds,
আর হচ্ছে মুরলী, এদের মধ্যে বিভিন্ন স্তর রয়েছে। গোবিন্দের হাতের মধ্যে যে বংশী, আবার সামান্য সখাগণের হাতে যে বংশী,
So there's a difference between a normal flute and Krishna's flute. Because you see the friends of Krishna, they also play the flute. Like, what is a flute? Just a piece of bamboo. When we were very small, we used to also do some small thing like this with coconut. When we used to be small, we used to do this also, like a small, like kind of flute with this. Gurudeva said something about the coconut fiber, or I don't know, something like that, like a regimental kind of flute they used to make, and also, but the Krishna's flute is really different. And the sound of the Krishna flute is extraordinary. Like when they are grazing the cows, the sakhis, they are also playing along with Krishna, like imitating what he's playing. Vidyapati Chanidas, Gendas, also they describing the kirtans. How the sakhis of Krishna are also playing the flute. So they are cow grazing, Krishna is playing the flute, and the sakhis are also playing the flute also. But the sound of Krishna's flute is different from the sound of his friends. Kirtan explains about who can describe the beautiful sound of the flute, that even when Srimati Radhika also plays the flute. So we hear that Krishna plays the flute, but not only that. So there are many kinds of flutes, and Srimati Radhika is saying, oh my friends, if you have seen my Govinda, so just by hearing Krishna's names, Srimati Radhika faints. Time is up, huh? So Srimati Radhika so humbly, this Srimati Radhika, who is the controller of Vrindavan, controller of the Rasalila. She is the mistress of Vrindavan. The controller of Ras, of the Ras. She's so humbly, she's saying, Krishna, be merciful and come to Vrindavan.
Pranana sunamor nivedon brajo amar sadan tahat tomar sangam na paile na rahe jivan purbe uddhav dare ebe sakshat kare jogo gyane korila upay tumi bidabdha kripamoy jano amar hridaya more jo iche korite na juay chittakari tomahite bishay chahi lagaite যত্ন করি নারী কারিবারে তারি ধ্যান শিক্ষা করো লোক হসাই আমারো স্থান স্থান ন করো বিচার নহে গোপী যোগীশ্বর পদ কমল তোমার ধ্যান করি পাইবে সন্তোষ তোমার বাক্য পরিপাটি তার মধ্যে কোটি নাটি শুনি গোপীর আরো বাড়ে রোষ চেতনা চৈতামৃত এমন অদ্ভুত গ্রন্থ
Chaitanya Charitamrita is such an amazing book. All the all the books of Rasa Shastra and philosophy, all of them. If you put all of them in one side of the scale and only Chaitanya Charitamrita in the other side, Still, Chaitanya Charitamrita would be heavier, like would be more than all the other books about philosophy and rasa. Chaitanya Charitamrita is such a beautiful book, full of rasa. Who can speak and hear all this? Like it's really so high class. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami told all these leelas about Mahaprabhu and Krishna. Gaura Govinda Lila. So Gaura Lila and Govinda Lila. So Gaura Govinda Katha is the Chaitanya Charitamrita. All the kathas of Bhagavatam are also in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nothing else. The katha of Gaura Sundar. Sorry, Bhagavatam explains about Radha Govinda's katha, and Chaitanya Charitamrita also explains the same. All these very confidential kathas of Rasa Madhurya, they are briefly described in the Bhagavatam. Like Bhagavatam describes these kathas, the Rasa kathas, so many things, but briefly. But Chaitanya Charitamrita has described in detail. If Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami hadn't appeared, the Bengali literature would be completely lacking of the Rasa Madhurya, and like the Bengali literature will be, it will be like lacking this great literature of Rasa Madhurya. And we hear about many jewels, right? For example, Kaustubh money, you know, these crystals, jewels, like Samantak money. There are many jewels, like important jewels, but if you put all the jewels, the crystals, in one side of the scale, and in the other side only the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the katha which is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, still is not equal. This is not exaggeration, no. This is true. So all the Vaishnavas on the earth, all the philosophers on the earth, all the writers on the earth, authors, if you take all them, sorry, I couldn't get that, sorry. I think they like maybe accept or consent about the Chaitanya Charitamrita, all these writers, everything Gurudeva said. Why? Because who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita was Krishna himself. The writer told that Krishna held his hand and Krishna was writing, but actually he told this by humility, because actually who wrote is like even himself, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he is the very near and dear Sakhi of Srimati Radhika, Kastoi Manjari he is. The seva vritti of these manjaris. Shastra explains that even the pranaprishta sakhis, they hesitate to enter in the places where the manjaris, they can fairly enter. So she's a very intimate service. Those who are doing very intimate service, they can speak about it. Like Lalita Vishaka, everybody serves, yeah, but the manjaris, they serve really in an intimate way. Pranaprishta Sakhi is like Lalita and Vishaka. But when these very secret pastimes are going on, in the Nivritti Nikunja, very confidential kunja, actually the Pranaprishta Sakhis, these like Lalita and Vishaka, they don't have eligibility to enter those places. Raghunath Goswami told this very clear. But some people, like, they are not, like some people don't accept these or say other things. But Raghunath Goswami explained that actually when Srimati Radhika goes to meet Krishna and all these services that are there, like Lalita Vishaka, they cannot enter in this very confidential kunjas. Srimati Radhika has 5 kinds of sakhis. Sakanitya Sakhi, Pranasakhi. So only the Nitya Sakhis and Pranasakis, they are the manjaris, only they can enter. They have the Bhava Ulasa Arati. They are completely one-pointed to Srimati Radhika. They don't see anything other than Srimati Radhika. They will never ever meet independently with Krishna. They don't even have this desire. So those who don't do sadhu sangha, associated with sadhu, those who don't listen to Harikatha, what can I say? They don't know properly. So there is Sambhoga-iccha-mayi and kamatmika-bhakti, 2 kinds of love to Krishna. It's like those who serve Krishna because of their relationship. This is Sambhoga-iccha-mayi. Kamatmika means, kama means serving Krishna with the transcendental. Love, come. This is also subdivided into 2. One, tat bhav-iccha-mayi, and another, Sambhoga-iccha-mayi. So this tat bhav-iccha-mayi is the mode that the manjaris have, the specialty of the manjaris. So if we don't hear Rasa Shastra, if we haven't taken shelter of the bona fide Guru, then we cannot understand all these kathas, or maybe give any description or explanation which is in our mind, something wrong, just something here and there. If you analyze this division of the sakhis, 5 kinds of sakhis, Sakanita Sakhi, Prishta Sakhi, Priya Sakhi and Prana Prishta Sakhi. So the number 2 and number 3, Prana Sakhi and Nitya Sakhi and Prana Sakhi. They are in the categories of manjaris. They have Bhava Ulasa Arati. All the moods of Srimati Radhika, they reflect in their hearts. If Krishna touches Srimati Radhika, these sakhis also, these manjaris are also there. They also, all this also reflects in their hearts, in their bodies also. That's why in the Vilapa Kusumanjali is explaining. The first sloka of Vilapa Kusumanjali is explaining. So, but if you're not a Rasik, you're not reading these things, not studying, not reading. But okay, just come to Tata Siddhanta. Like Krishna has 3 forms, like Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Okay, so you go to Tattva. But at the same time that you study Tattva, also you have to relish Rasa Madhurya. So it's necessary. So who are the manjaris? What is the service of the manjari? What is the service, their speciality? How can we attain this mood of the manjaris? Shastra explains all this. So you see Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. Mahaprabhu himself, he was absorbed in Manjari Bhav and saying some things. Srimati Radhika told, I was sitting on the banks of the Radhakunda and I saw the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Very beautiful things, Mahaprabhu said. So I saw the meeting of Radha and Krishna in the Radhakunda. Manjaris were also there, serving. They were serving in many ways, like making garlands, for example, offering the garlands. Many kinds of service are there. Rupa Manjari absorbed in mood, told so many verses. Sitting on the banks of Terkadamba and writing many shlokas. So Manjari Bhav Upasana, worshipping like a Manjari. So a very high class devotee is chanting holy names and inside his heart he is thinking about these verses. two kinds of upasana. One is Swarasiki upasana. Like the Uttam Bhagavat, he's remembering the Ashtakaliya Lila. He's called Sarasik upasana. And another is the which upasana? Mantra-mayi upasana. Like when you chant Gopal mantra, this is all mantra-mayi upasana. Just like if you go to make a garland, first of all you have to collect the beautiful, like to pluck the flowers, beautiful flowers, different colored flowers. You know, like some is yellow, blue, big, small, like many kinds of flowers you collect, you pluck, then you collect all these flowers. Also there's an art of how to make the garland, how to be beautiful, which color, in which parts. You have to arrange it first. Not just like put all one flower next to another without planning how they will look like. Okay, you have the flowers, but it's how to make a nice garland. You have to learn that, you have to know that. Like it's not only taking the harmonium and just bam, 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 just moving. No, how to play the harmonium. You have to learn from someone who knows. You have to learn which finger, which part, how to play, how to do that. You have to know. Like the Data Nudata Sarit means like how your tone and you're singing different notes up and down. So so even the Pranaprishta Sakhis cannot enter. If they want to enter there, they need to take the permission of these manjaris, the servants of these servants. Actually, like Radharani and Lalita, they are almost in the same level. Lalita, Vishaka, Sudevi, Rangadevi, Champakata, the 8 main sakhis of friends of Srimati Radhika. Even Lalita, she gives instructions to Srimati Radhika.
राधारानी के सेखाने की देते शिक्षा प्रदान करें है राधारानी को सेखाने तारा करे সেই সকল ললিতা বিশাখা গণ সেই নিবৃত নিকুঞ্জ কুঞ্জের মধ্যে So even this Lalita who generally gives instructions to Srimati Radhika, if she wants to go to this, she cannot even enter easily to this very confidential pastime place of Srimati Radhika and Krishna. But the manjaris are there. So the service of the manjaris,
এটা কাউকে বোঝানো যায় না, বুঝিলে লোকে না বুঝায়, এর কথা হচ্ছে চেতন, বুঝিয়ে লোক বুঝালে লোকে বুঝে না, হ্যাঁ people cannot even understand that. কেন আমি বলছি
যে যেগুলো রাধারানীর ভাবের কথা যে বলা হয়েছে সেই ভাবটাগুলো কে লিখেছেন কে? কৃষ্ণদাস কবিরাজ।
Who wrote about this service of the manjaris? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And he is Kasturi Manjari.
আমি এইজন্য বলছি যে সেই মঞ্জরি তিনি সেবা করেছেন রাধারানী।
So the manjaris they are serving Srimati Radhika. Directly intimate service to Srimati Radhika.
তিনি আমার সেইগুলো কৃপা করে হ্যাঁ বলে চৈতন্য চন্দ্র কি করে লিখে ফেললো, তখন তো তিনি ছিলেন না। হ্যাঁ আর আমি বলি ভালো, যখন তোমার মা পিতা মাতা যখন সঙ্গ করেছিল তুমি তো তখন ছিলেন না।
But you can say, but he was not there. How is he writing this? So I also say, well, look, when your parents also they made you, produced you, you were also not there. And how do you know that your father is that person even though you're not there? When your mother have relations with your father. So you're very stupid saying that. Your soul was inside the semen of your father. So where was your soul? So then you entered the body of your mother. So have no knowledge? Stupid, foolish. So after staying in the womb of your mother for many months, you were born. And your mother told you, this is your father. You don't accept the words of your mother? Stupid. So you say, oh, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was not there at that time. So when you were there, as so foolish. So people are saying this like,
হাড্ডি পিটাই করে দেয় যায় আর কি করবে যারা কৃষ্ণদাস কবিরাজকে নিন্দা করে তাদের কি আর বলাই বলে। এই জন্য তো বলেছে এত পরিহারে যেই পাপী নিত্যানন্দের নিন্দা করে তবে লাঠি মারো তার শিরের উপরে।
So if somebody tells something against Nityananda Prabhu, I will kick that person on the head. So like someone's telling something against the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So from all the offenses in the earth,
পৃথিবীর মধ্যে যত অপরাধ যত জঘন্য অপরাধ রয়েছে, পৃথিবীর মধ্যে যত অপরাধ যত জঘন্য অপরাধ রয়েছে, সবচেয়ে বড় অপরাধ,
the worst offense is
যত জঘন্য অপরাধ রয়েছে সবচেয়ে বড় অপরাধ এই অপরাধ।
It's this offense.
এর অপরাধের কোনো ক্ষমা হয় না।
There's no forgiveness for this offense. I assume Gurudeva is speaking about speaking against Chaitanya Charitamrita or saying bad things against, criticizing Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu will not forgive this person.
ক্ষমা হয় না, মহাপ্রভু ক্ষমা করেন না, এই অপরাধ। হ্যাঁ, এর অপরাধের কোনো ক্ষমা হয় না, মহাপ্রভু ক্ষমা করেন না।
Chapal Gopal criticized Srivas Thakur, and what did Mahaprabhu did to Chapal Gopal? gave him leprosy. Not for one birth, for 7 births. In his whole body. And he was staying in the bank of the Ganges, and his body was so like smelly because of the leprosy. Even his family members, they like kicked him out and put him in the banks of the Ganges, because they didn't even keep him in the house. Shastra explains, they just left him to die on the bank of the Ganges. And Mahaprabhu every day used to go to bathe in the Ganges, and he used to see Mahaprabhu and crying so much. Please forgive me. I committed an offense to Srivas Thakur. Because of my pride, I spoke against, did this act against Srivas. But when Mahaprabhu after took sannyas, he gave this mercy to him. But imagine Kaustubha Manjari, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, a beautiful rasa grantha. Imagine if Mahaprabhu tolerates somebody who speaks against Chaitanya Charitamrita. You cannot even imagine. If you read this book, you feel so much bliss and happiness. And actually in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, by humility, he's saying, oh, I heard this from this, like Raghunath Goswami, and I took from this and that. But actually it's humility. Mahaprabhu will never forgive someone who speaks against Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, he's having a darshan directly of that lila and writing it down. He's nothing less than Vyasadeva. But he's so humbly, and he's saying so much humility. Oh, if somebody takes my name, the person loses all their pious deeds. If somebody sees me, he goes to hell. Only Nityananda Prabhu helped me and saved me. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami told this. Vrindavan Das Thakur, he's called the Vyasa Lila, the Vyasa Avatar of Gaura Lila. Even Vyasa is praying to Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Sorry, I couldn't understand if... Okay, so who is higher? The Manjari, Kasturi Manjari, or Vyasa Avatar? Who is higher? Try to think about it. People are not thinking about it. Only dancing and chanting holy names, like kirtan, eating many things. Don't even consider if something is good to eat or not. Foolish people. And like the listeners and those who are speaking, they're all sinners. This is true. So if you're not even following that behavior, the person doesn't even wear skanti mala and saying many things. Sorry, I didn't understand if Gurudeva said that Vrindavan Das Thakur was glorifying Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, or the opposite. I'm sorry, I didn't translate this part. So in Bengal they have so many days. They drink alcohol, then they are like crying, and whole night is speaking like this Hari Katha they are saying, but they always drink alcohol. So they always drink, and sometimes even possessed by ghosts. So if a person is possessed by a ghost, you have to give Mahaprasad to that person, or maybe beat him, otherwise how the ghost will go away. So I never believed so much about this ghost, like or that someone was possessed by ghosts, Gurudeva meant. But I saw this lady some time ago. She was speaking so many things and like rolling on the ground. I thought she was like crazy, but then somebody said she was 10-15 minutes like rolling on the ground and beating her own head like this, doing so many crazy things. I'm thinking, oh my God, what is it? I have never seen this before. In the middle of my fire sacrifice, no ghost came to me, never. People used to speak, I heard, but like her head was, she was moving her head. And then I said, hey, I have never seen like this in my, like in front of me. So I said, I took Nrsimha mantra and Ganga water with tulasi leaf in her mouth and Mahaprasad. I said, go away, go away. Then the ghost left. After 5 minutes, she was completely normal. She said, what happened? Like she didn't even know that she was possessed by the ghost. So this power of Mahaprasad, Nrsimha mantra and Ganga water, it's not ordinary. I think Gurudeva said, okay, I think Gurudeva maybe said that, I'm sorry, I'm not sure, but that person was telling things against Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think he said something like this, maybe this person even possessed by ghosts or something, so he had to just like feed Mahaprasad some tulsi leaf to the person and see if the ghost will go away. But because Mahaprabhu will give the punishment like later or whenever Mahaprabhu gives, Mahaprabhu will give the punishment. But anyway, China is there's ghost in China. No, you're a ghost. What are you saying? Everyone is a ghost or bhut, like also living entity also means the meaning of bhut, two meanings. Because bhuta means jiva, many meanings of bhut. Bhuta means past tense, also like jivas. Okay, Jai Gurudeva.
চায়নাতে কোথা থেকে ভূত থাকবে?